So, people are falling for my clickbait. People, y'all gotta recognize though, I am a smaller YouTuber, so I have to do things to get your attention more than the average YouTuber does. You know what I'm saying? Like most people could just put their face on a thumbnail and their videos will perform well. Me personally, I have to do some clickbait. It's unfortunate, but it's what I have to do. This is clickbait. This is not me saying that Jey Uso is terrible. This is me using other people's words to hook you in to say he's terrible. If you watch the video, you will know that I am a Jey Uso fan. I think he deserves everything he's getting right now. I think he's earned everything he's getting right now. The only problem I have with Jey Uso's push is, does Jimmy get the same kind of treatment? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's Jimmy's? I like, I don't know. It's things that I think about like that, but who knows? But Jey Uso, I think he deserves everything he's getting, and I'm happy for him. I am. Do I think that he's world champion material to regurgitate what I said, to repeat what I said in this video that I'm looking at right now? No, I don't think he'll be world champion. And I think in 5 years, if Jey Uso never wins the world championship, I don't think that's something we're going to regret. I don't think that's something we're going to regret, like Adrian Neville not winning the world championship, or keeping Swerve. It's like stuff like that. I don't think that's something that's going to bother us if Swerve never wins the championship. I mean, if not Swerve, if Jey Uso never wins the world championship, I think he does deserve a singles championship. I do believe he deserves a IC title reign or a United States title reign. You don't get over like he's been over. You don't get over like you don't sell the amount of merch he sells and not be rewarded for that. Like he's up there. I'm not saying he's up there with CM Punk, but he's up there in that top 5 for like almost the last year. It's been almost a year since he's been kicked out of the bloodline, which is crazy. About 3 months. It's been a year since Jimmy turned on him, which, man, life is flying by. But yeah, Jey Uso deserves everything he's getting right now. I promise you. Again, this is just clickbait. Don't pay no mind to that. Like I wish y'all would just like listen to the video. Actually, the first 10 seconds of the video is contrary to this title and contrary to my thumbnail. So yeah, I wish y'all would click on the videos, but I understand. Trust me, I understand. But yeah, I have no problem with whatever push Jey Uso is getting. I don't know in hindsight. I don't know what we were expecting with him and Ia Jaganov. I don't know if y'all expected Ia to win, but LA Knight hasn't gotten anything for being popular. Like I understand what you're saying. But the thing is, just because we fucked up with one person doesn't mean we have to fuck up with another. I still think LA Knight should have been the one I think LA Knight should have went against Logan Paul at WrestleMania. If Logan Paul loses at WrestleMania to LA Knight, that doesn't hinder anything he's done since then. So I think they messed up. I don't know exactly. It seemed like it was the plan. It seemed like it was the plan to have LA Knight versus Logan Paul. I don't get it. That was very disappointing that he didn't get it. I love AJ Styles, but AJ Styles isn't somebody who's he isn't Undertaker. He isn't Roman Reigns. He isn't The Fiend. He isn't somebody who's, if he's in a singles match at WrestleMania, that's something that will feel like a championship match. He doesn't have that stature. Like if you go against Undertaker at WrestleMania, that's like a championship match. If you go against The Fiend at WrestleMania, that's like a very important match. If you go against John Cena or Roman Reigns or something, just even without a title, those type of matches doesn't need a title. AJ Styles WrestleMania match may need a title. That's why the build was so weird. That's why they were trying to force the build at some point. Like at some that we're trying to force that build to be something more than what it was, and it just came off very weird and very awkward, and it never really landed. So Yeah, LA Knight deserves a singles title as well. Again, I thought he should have been. I thought he should have dethroned Logan Paul at WrestleMania. He deserved that moment. Some people are saying SummerSlam. I do think he'll still have that momentum, but man, I remember how, bro. I went to. I went to. I guess I should change this damn. I went to the Bray Wyatt. I went to multiple SmackDown shows around the time LA Knight was at his peak popularity. And I'm not saying he isn't still very popular now, but I'm saying like we all know the yeah movement at his peak is not what it is now. Like they've kind of lost that momentum. And uh bro, everybody had on LA Knight shirts. Everybody had on LA Knight shirts. And when he gave that speech for Bray Wyatt, bro, LA Knight, me and LA Knight locked in for life after that. He did so amazing at that Bray Wyatt Memorial show. Me and LA Knight locked in for life. Like we straight. Like I'll never say a bad word about LA Knight. You know, so that's my guy. And just like Jey Uso, I think he deserves a singles run. And maybe they missed the mark with him. They still got time with Jey Uso, but yeah, I don't. I still think that LA. I still think he'll get that match. I still think he'll get that title win, but I don't know if it'll be too late. You know, I think they struck gold with like Cody Rhodes losing at 39 and winning at 40. And I think at 40, it wasn't more so us celebrating Cody Rhodes winning the title. It was us celebrating. It felt like a huge weight off our shoulders. It felt like a huge weight off our chest that he finally got it, and there was so much uncertainty. So, yeah. I keep the same energy. LA Knight should be a singles title. I'm not saying he should be a world champion. Me personally, I think LA Knight is more of a world champion than Jey Uso is. I could see LA Knight being a world champion before I could see Jey Uso being a world champion. And maybe that's just because Jey Uso is a twin. Jey Uso is someone who came up as a tag team. I know LA Knight had the maximum male models, but come on now. Like, come on now. That person's dead. We don't know who Max Dupree is. So yeah, LA Knight deserves a singles title as well. Ricky Starks. I'm glad y'all brought this up.